Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm walking into the forest and behind me is my favorite huge drone. Let's just put it that way. It is the biggest drone I have. It's a GoPro Karma, but I'm wearing the backpack on purpose. I want to see how comfortable it is. I'm gonna walk about 100 to 200 meters, and which is about 600 feet. See how comfortable it is with this backpack, because remember, GoPro advertised Karma as a portable drone. It's much better to have a backpack than see, like right there. It's much better to have a backpack than to carry a bag in your hand, because let's say, for example, if I would be skiing, my hands are free to move about. If I would be hunting, my hands would be occupied by my rifle. So that's very convenient. The problem is, and I'm feeling it already, is the weight. The weight of GoPro Karma is substantial, and it sort of impedes on everything else. But it's still portable drone, and I know that hunters prefer to use drones. Again, right now I once sold a Mavic Air 1 to a hunter, and I have another guy who's interested in my other Mavic Air 1, who's also a hunter. This backpack right here is 3 times the size of the bag or the case for my Mavic Air 1. So again, huge. But my hands are free. I don't have to carry anything. Yeah, I could throw the case on my shoulder, but surprisingly, for the size of this backpack and the weight of it, it's padded, it's very comfortable, and let's face it, this is the cheapest drone I have. My Mavic Air cost me $300 used. I got this GoPro Karma because I had my GoPro just laying around. I got it for like $170. So you cannot beat that price. I'll show you guys where I'm walking. As you can see, following the tracks, this was either a cat or a fox, because we do have foxes in these parts as well. So I'm gonna try to make it out as far from the house as possible. And lift off. I want to see how fast it's gonna pick up the satellites. And I want to see how good the signal will be. Right now it's below freezing, so I also want to see how good it will operate in freezing temperatures. I just charged it. One of the batteries can only charge to about 75%. But again, I knew that when I was buying the GoPro Karma. I was buying it basically as my throwaway or get destroyed drone, and not as anything more. We have some houses here. This is a Christian retreat. I would love to go there, but the wood on that little, I don't know what you would call it, pier, is all rotten. So odds are I'd probably fall through. Right here, I mean, there's really thick cover of the pines, so I don't know if I'd be able to take off very high up. You see these videos of people flying in the forests And honestly, I don't think those people have ever been in a forest, because this is a forest. You have branches everywhere. There's no way a drone would be able to make it 100 feet in this forest. Like even that right there, it's rotten. There's water underneath, so if I fall through, I'll probably go through the ice. And I'm already working on rotten boards. Oh no, see, I'm falling through. I don't want to go there. I used to go there with my dogs, but I should make it my summer project to fix this thing. It'll be a couple $100 probably. Need to find a safe spot. A safe spot to take off. There's another house right there. But honestly, if it wasn't for the weight of the Karma, I completely forgot that I had a backpack on. I mean, it's on my shoulders, but honestly, I completely forgot about it for a few moments. Okay, check out the view. And I'm right here. I made myself some takeoff and landing spot. So I'll take off straight up and probably fly around. And I should say about this spot, I took off from this spot with my Mavic before, and it gave me a whole bunch of errors, because I think this is like it even could be an ancient mound that I'm on right now, and it gave me a whole bunch of geomagnetic errors, like calibrate compass, it would not take off, home point not registered, yada yada yada. So I want to see how Karma will do in such conditions. Okay, so as always, it's very difficult to get GPS signal, but surprisingly, there you go. 30 seconds, got GPS signal, ready to fly. So now I'm gonna take off, and next time I'll record this bird, which I nicknamed the Vulture because it looks like the vulture. I'll record it right up in the air over here. Okay, so the Vulture is in the air. It was surprisingly easy to take off while holding it in my hands, right there. And as you can see, there I am on the screen. So let's fly around with it. As you can see, this is not a really eventful flight. My main objective was to test the remote to see how good and how much distance I could get, how good of a signal I would have. I will sort of run ahead and tell you that at 100 meters, which is about 330 feet, I safely got away about another 200 meters, which is 600 feet. So basically, GoPro Karma safely flies within 1,000 feet. That's it. It doesn't fly beyond that. Then you get choppy signal, you get interference. Right now everything looks good because this video is directly from the memory card, but once once you see me stop, that's where I got the choppy signal. So about 200 meters away, as was done in the previous videos. Yeah, no more than 300 meters away can I go with GoPro Karma, which when it comes to certain tasks is more than enough. So if I would be standing on right next to the object I want to record, not a problem. If I'm following an object, like let's say if I'm following a car in a different car and I want to record it, not a problem. But if a car is driving away from me and I want to record it, it's gonna be a huge problem as soon as the car gets about 500 feet away from me. In sub-zero temperatures, as right here, because as you will see next after this flight, the gimbal mechanism actually froze. So in sub-zero temperature, the GoPro Karma is surprisingly responsive as a drone. I had no trouble controlling it. There was no lag. it responded immediately to even the slightest of touches. I don't remember what I had the GoPro set on, if it was a wide angle lens or linear, but records pretty damn good for the drone. The drone that I think right now is what, 6, 7 years old. So really good drone for the money. Right now they sell them on eBay for, you can get them refurbished for like $300. Yes, as other drones, they have their issues. Yes, it's very inconvenient to set up in place. It's kind of like setting up a Phantom 4, Phantom 3, or Phantom, any of the Phantom line, because you have to actually screw on the propellers. Maybe even the Inspire, because you have to screw on the propellers. You can't just pull it out of the backpack and start flying. Although, as you will see here in a moment when I come in for the landing, I have to say that while it was difficult to catch because I've done it for the first time, you will probably see my surprised face at the end of this video, how I was catching it, mainly because I was afraid the propellers would strike my face or my hand. But because it doesn't have any bottom sensors, it's surprisingly easy to catch because it stabilizes on GPS only. So I could lower it, I could grab onto it, I could hold on to it as I turn off the propellers. It's just, out of all the drones I have, it was the easiest one to catch in such a tough spot because I had branches on every single side of me. So one wrong move, we're talking about not even feet, we're talking about maybe inches in any direction, and the propellers could strike a branch, and the GoPro Karma would go just tumbling down. I've done it before in other drones when flying such a densely wooded area, and yeah, it can be a problem. I almost crashed my Mavic. No, I almost crashed my Evo 1, Hotel Evo 1, because I nicked some of the branches of a tree at an altitude of about 20 meters or 65 feet. And it recovered, but I honestly thought that it would fall from that height. And if Evo 1 falls, if the gimbal breaks, that's it. It's dead weight. It's basically a paperweight. There's nothing you can do. You're done. You have to either find a new gimbal somewhere, which is extremely difficult, or just part it out. So right now, I'm trying to come in for the landing. I'm not really following the screen because it's gotten dark and I can't see myself on the screen. So I'm just following the movements of the GoPro Karma itself, which it does have really bright lights on it, so you will not lose it. It's easily visible from, I would say, even a mile away. I You're not gonna fly that far, I will say right away, but it's probably would be that visible that far. I'm sure I could fly it half a mile away with very poor signal, but yeah, it's still very visible. I mean, you can see how how these lights illuminate me, and right here, yeah, that's the face I was telling you about. I mean, I had no clue how to catch it. I'm right next to one tree. There's another tree on the side of me, really long branches, but eventually I did grab onto it, found a nice easy way to grab onto it, and shut down the props. Okay, I honestly think that the gimbal mechanism on this thing froze after just one flight. I get the error message right here that camera is not responding, and all that gimbal is doing is just rotating back and forth.
Compass interference. Move
And
to a new location or recalibrate the compass.
Compass interference, just as I was expecting because of the location we're at. Yeah, this thing, this camera, this gimbal is frozen solid. So I'm gonna let it warm up, get the video out of it, and yeah. So do not believe the advertisements. The advertisements, I watched the commercial for the GoPro Karma where this beautiful young woman is skating down the mountain, skiing down the mountain, and with GoPro Karma, yeah, would never happen. Any sub-zero temperature, you have probably enough juice and enough, what's the word I'm searching for, endurance in this thing for one flight. After that, it just freezes up, basically. It froze. It's not made for sub-zero temperatures. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel. See you guys later.